Last time on The Naked CEO, Alex Malley mentored 21-year-old accounting and finance student Damara Roach, serving up an opportunity of a lifetime to meet the Australian CEO of global giant McDonald's.
This is Damara.
Hi Damara, great to meet you.
You too.
Followed by a one-on-one mentoring session.
What's the downside of making a mistake?
Nothing really.
This time, Damara returns for a taste of grad life, meeting the team behind the scenes.
With over 900 stores in Australia alone, the engine that drives McDonald's is huge. My mentor Alex has arranged for me to meet some of the graduates to get the inside scoop. But first, I'm meeting with Joanne Taylor.
Hi, how are you? Great. Welcome to McDonald's. Thank you.
Joanne looks after about 90,000 employees. I wanted some tips on how to get noticed.
The first tip is a really easy one, which is, irrespective of your job, make sure that you do it well. So focus on not only the role today, but also about what you're working on next week and into the future. The second part is to ensure that you show a level of engagement, not only in your own job, but in the corporate business.
Alex tells me to really prepare for interviews and things like that, to really know the company. What sort of level of preparation do you suggest?
Jumping online, looking at the corporate website, finding out about what we're doing and getting to understand some of the people that work within the business. So beyond the academic transcript, we want to know that you're someone that's going to fit our culture. I would encourage anyone to ensure that they've had a casual or a part-time job whilst they're at uni.
How can I make my application stand out among the thousands that you must get for graduate recruitment?
Make sure the name's spelt correctly. Make a pre-call to the office to ensure that you've got the gender right if you're going to put a Mr or a Mrs there. And also, we'll look at your academic transcript, but tell us about some of the other things that you've done, because we want to make sure you're a well-rounded individual. And on that note, there's actually someone I'd really love you to meet. It's a guy by the name of Brad, started as a crew person in our restaurants and is now pursuing his very own personal passion, working in our sustainability department.
So Brad, what do you actually do?
We've got nearly 900 restaurants across the whole country, and my job is, I guess, to find ways to minimise the impacts of all of those restaurants on our environment.
So how did you go from crew trainer all the way to sustainability manager? Like, what was your career path?
So I did quite a few different jobs with McDonald's. So I was a crew person while I was at high school, studied economics. I eventually moved into the office in a kind of a bookkeeping assistant accounting role, and then followed my kind of passion and became a sustainability manager.
I would really love to travel with my job. Working for McDonald's is a global company. What sort of opportunities do you see that it offers you?
I sit on conference calls with Malaysia or Singapore or New Zealand, working for such a large company that allows me to get that exposure to the whole world.
Meeting Brad, I can see now why Alex encourages me to find a career I'm really passionate about.
There's just something about McDonald's that people just don't leave. How long have you been here for?
So I've just hit about 10.5 years.
What was it like juggling your work commitments and study commitments when you're at uni?
It wasn't easy, I won't tell anyone that it was. A big part of it was time management, because I couldn't waste 4 hours on something that took an hour.
What things should I be doing now to prepare myself for the workforce?
I've learnt different things in all of the roles that I've had with McDonald's. Getting to know all the parts of the business is probably a good idea.
Such great advice. But I also wanted to find someone who had just graduated. And I did.
Chingy, you're 22. You're a year older than me. You've just come from uni and now you're an assistant brand manager of McDonald's. Like, how?
I ask myself this all the time, how did I get here? I've had about 18 months of industry experience across 3 different industries, while I was a university student. So with that experience, I really used that to get myself ahead of the group.
So what was your first day like?
My first day as an intern at McDonald's, I had to stand up in front of about 400 people to introduce myself, and now here I am.
So what advice would you give someone like me in their second last year of uni to build confidence?
Definitely get into as many things as you can to the areas that you feel you're less competent at. A big part of success is enjoyment. So if you really enjoy what you do as a job every day, you'll naturally do well at it.
And obviously, that's why you picked McDonald's.
One of the coolest things about working here is that we have one of the best Maccas across the road. Are you hungry?
Yeah.
Let's go.
I could definitely do with a McFlurry.
Note to self, it's not just your academic transcript that counts. Gain work experience through internships and research the culture. Plenty of food for thought.